What's up, you guys? I decided to do a spoiler review after all. I'm home now. I have processed the movie a little bit. Um, I've been able to digest it. And then, after like an hour, I've already got an incredibly awesome response on my channel. My last video, my non spoiler review of Jeepers Creepers 3. I appreciate the hell out of it, guys. I'm a big horror fan. I always have been. I've been doing this channel for almost 10 years. It's always just been a side hobby of mine. But I would love to build a following. I would love to share my opinions on movies with you guys. More, I'd love to reach a broader audience. But anyway, let's get right into the spoiler review for Jeepers Creepers 3. So the movie starts off with this dude running. He runs into the street, gets picked up by the creeper. Kenny, who is mentioned from the very first Jeepers Creepers movie, the one that was on his way to prom with his date, and they never made it to prom. They were both killed or taken by the creeper before then. Well, Kenny sees this dude running out on the road, so this is obviously 23 years before the first one, I believe. This scene, yeah, I think it would be, because I don't think that was the same spring. But either way, he gets picked up. This dude that ran in the street gets picked up. Kenny sees it. Kenny gets out of the truck, and he gets picked up by the creeper. Down falls a hand onto the hood of the truck, of Kenny's truck. Kenny sees it, and then we cut to the 21st day, I believe, of spring. And that would be picking up right where Jeepers Creepers left off. So it picks up after that. You have Sergeant Tubbs. You have this new detective character and that is introduced. He's the main actor. He's the black man. Something Shaw. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. I haven't seen him in anything else, but he was super good in this movie. But anyway, picks up. They find the creeper's truck outside. They're going through it. This is, dairy has just been taken away. And they find the bodies in the truck and all that. And then the traps start setting off on the truck. So this is something totally new that they bring into this movie that has not been in the Jeepers Creepers universe before, which is that the truck, the franchise, I should say, the truck is... it's its own thing. It's its own being, almost. And it, I don't know, basically only the creeper can get in or out of it. He's the only one that can open the doors, go through the doorways. There's booby traps if anybody else tries to get into it. So what happened was, this spear shoots out of the tailpipe, and then these spikes come down from the mouth of the mouth of the back of the truck when they reach in to grab the bodies or whatever. So they're starting to see, like, okay, we can't fuck with this truck. So they call it in. They say, take it to the impound lot. We're gonna strip it out. We're gonna strip it down, and we're just gonna, we're gonna say, we're gonna get down to the bottom of everything that's in this truck. Well, on the way there, the creeper takes out the tow truck. He doesn't really take it out. He just, takes his truck off of it. The tow truck driver stops. He gets killed by the creeper. And then as the creeper's driving off, actually, before he turns around to come kill the tow truck driver, because he drives off first and then comes back to kill him after he smells his fear. But you see the truck driving by itself as the creeper is on top of it. Just more evidence to the fact that it is its own being, almost. It's an extension of him, I guess. But so yada yada yada. The whole movie is playing out like, okay, the creeper's moving north. The 23rd spring, the 23rd day is almost there, and it's almost time for him to go away for 23 years. So we gotta track him. So this detective and Sergeant Tubbs, and this whole task force of people that have seen the creeper before, or have some sort of connection to the creeper, like a family member or a friend died or something because of him. They all get together, and they're all on the hunt for the creeper. So while all that's happening, you got this creeper task force moving north to find the creeper. Then you get Meg Foster's character, and she owns a farm, and she has a granddaughter that lives with her because you don't get a ton of information about the granddaughter, but you're led to believe that she lived in a pretty shitty situation with her mom and her stepdad. Her stepdad was an asshole, abusive, so she lives with her grandma now. Well, you see Meg Foster's character talking to, I think her name's Janine, I can't remember, talking to someone on this, this hill on her land. But then you see her granddaughter Addie Addison looking out the window, and there's nobody there. She's talking to herself. But come to find out, Meg Foster's character is talking to her dead son, which is Kenny, the one that I mentioned from the beginning, and the one that they mentioned in Jeepers Creepers. Again, the one that died on his way to prom with his date. That was her son, and he's saying, it's coming for what is buried right where I'm standing. She always knew he had something there, but she never looked at it. She knew there was something there that was of significance to the creeper, but she never fucked with it. Well, he says basically, get out, Mom. Get off the land. You don't want to be here when he comes back for it. He's gonna be here within a day or so. You gotta go. So everybody on the outside looking in thinks that Meg Foster's character is crazy. They think that she's batshit. They're like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, you're talking to people that aren't there. You're talking about, something's coming. You're talking about this and that, and you're acting weird, and you're all over the place. Well, she's right. I mean, but she can't exactly say what it is. So she digs up what it is, and then it shows a flashback scene, and it shows you that it was a hand that fell onto the truck at the beginning. I should have corrected myself at the beginning. What falls onto the truck, you don't know what it is, but then it flashbacks and shows you that it was a hand. It was a creeper's hand that got cut off. She digs it up. It's moving. She goes to touch it. It grabs her hand. When it grabs her hand, it puts her in this like catatonic state where I guess she can see what he is, where he's, or what it is, where it came from, and I guess how to destroy it, as it's, sort of, loosely, it loosely stated. So then that happens. That's fun. That's cool. Well, Sergeant Tubbs and the detective and this creeper task force end up there, and actually, I'm pretty sure they're led there by Addie's like boy love interest or whatever. I fucking hated that storyline with her granddaughter and this dude that likes her that works at the local feed store. And she goes there to get hay for her horses, and he's like, "Oh, I love it so much," and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm damn, it's good." It's fucking blah. Anyway, that was just bullshit to fill the story, to fill the time, I guess. But they all meet there. And but on the way, Tubbs and the detective come across the creeper, without the creeper knowing, because they didn't have the sirens on. They said, we're going to keep a low profile. Or no, my bad, I'm wrong. They do go there first. She tells them about the hand and what she saw, and then the detective is like, I'm going to do it now. I want to know how to kill this thing. So he touches it. He sees the visions or whatever. Again, we don't get these visions. We don't know what they are. We don't know what they entail. We just, oh yeah. And so he goes, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep a low profile. No sirens, no lights. We're going to track this motherfucker, and we're going to try to take him by surprise and kill him. Well, so they leave. Meg Foster's character stays there. And her granddaughter gets kidnapped by the creeper, and he thinks she's dead, I guess. Throws her in the back of his truck, but she's not dead. She's in there with a couple of the local teenagers that got captured by him too. That's a whole nother thing. They just threw a couple teenagers in there earlier in the movie, just get killed by him, by the creeper. They served literally no other purpose. So she's in there getting taken around. He thinks she's dead. She's trying to escape. until she finally realizes that she can't get out of there. Only he can open and close the doors and all that. So basically what happens is he is tracked down by Tubbs and the detective, and they start shooting the truck, and the bullets are bouncing off, and it's coming back at them. And then this dude has a big ass like fucking rail gun. You know, we're talking big ass fucking rail gun on there. These fucking shells that are like as big as my head. It's like, we're gonna blow this motherfucker to bits. Well, once Tubbs starts shooting it, he's like, tell him not to shoot because the other car's coming the other way. They're gonna try to intersect. You know, here's the creeper, here's the detective, here's the other dude on the oncoming lane coming. And so he's like, tell him not to shoot. It's gonna bounce off. Well, he doesn't listen. He shoots his fucking thing. They all bounce off. They kill him. They kill the driver. So those dudes die. Those Creeper Task Force dudes. Then there's a showdown with the detective and the Creeper, because I guess the detective has seen him before, and you know he wanted to find him and he wants to kill him. Spoiler alert. He dies by the Creeper, but the girl gets away. That was in the back of the truck. She gets away, but the Creeper's just killing all these fucking dudes off. I was kind of upset when he killed the detective guy because I liked him. All of that unnecessary nonsense is gone. The story filler, I guess. He gets to the farmhouse. He realizes that that it has been dug up. Meg Foster's character is no longer there. There's a note that says, "We know what you are," and then his hand, the hand has a big nail through it, stuck in the ground, and he does this like screaming thing, blah 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 blah, and then you hear someone narrating as it fades to black. Every 23rd spring for 23 days, it gets to eat. And the camera's panning up through this behind this computer monitor, and it's Patricia Jenner, played by Gina Phillips, and she says, it's almost 23 years after that. It's almost exactly to the day, and she said, but this 23rd spring or something like that, I'm gonna be ready. And she's like recording an audio file, and then she turns it off and she says, "Come get me, you son of a bitch," and then it's over. So I got into a lot of specifics there, guys, but basically the moral of the story is, like, the moral of what I'm telling you, the spoiler alerts, you have a Creeper Task Force. You have Sergeant Tubbs from the first movie, the end of the first movie, and a new detective along with him, and all those people are after the Creeper. You have Meg Foster's character with her granddaughter that have the hand of one of the old hands of the Creeper buried on their land that can tell him the secrets to the Creeper, and the Creeper's coming for it because he doesn't want anybody to know how to defeat him or know his secrets. And all their paths intersect, and along the way you have this random guy dies, this random girl dies, this random guy dies. You serve no purpose of the story. You serve no purpose of the story. Yada, 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 yada. Over and over until the Creeper finally gets there. The hand, he finds out that they know, and he's just like, "Wah!" And then cut to Gina Phillips saying, like, "I'm ready for you, bitch." And then it's over. Sounds pretty lame, doesn't it? Yeah, because it was way, way, way too much unnecessary filler. Oh, and by the way, can we just talk about how everybody knows the Creeper from the first two movies has those things on his face that look like little fingers that wrap around, and he opens them when he's like, and they like come out like this. You know what I'm talking about? They're like mandibles, but they're not mandibles. But you know what I'm talking about. It's on his head. You don't see him in this movie. You don't. They didn't have the money to do it for the effect, I guess. The only time you see them is at the end when I say, after he reads that note and finds out they know his secrets now, and he falls to the ground and he's like, "No," like some fucking Darth Vader shit. They come out, but it's like far away, and it's like to the side, and you only see like one of them really, and it's super dimly lit. That's the only time. A lot of the kills take place during the day. You don't get to see the Creeper fly a lot. You don't get to see the Creeper's face do all the things that it normally does. All these things moving up and opening, and because they didn't have the money for it. You don't get to see him rip people's body parts off and eat them like you saw in the first 2 movies because they don't have the money for it. So it's just alluded to. You'll see him grab a knife or something with a body right there and then cut to black. There's one point where he loses an eye and has a hole through his head and then finds a dude to kill him to take his head, but as soon as he finds him and grabs him, cut to black, and the next time you see the creeper, his head's totally fine. Had this been a bigger budget movie, you would have seen, just like in the first one, you would have seen him decapitate this person and eat the parts he needed, just like you saw in the second one, but you didn't see it. So what I'm saying is, like, can you make a low budget movie work with practical effects? Absolutely. Any horror fan knows that. Look at Halloween, arguably one of the greatest horror movies of all time, my personal favorite. All practical effects, super low budget. Different time, yes, but also, this is a monster movie. This is not Creature from the Black Lagoon from the 1950s. You need CGI. You need these visual effects to create a believable monster movie. And when you can't do that, it's not going to be believable. And you're going to sacrifice a lot of the creature itself because you didn't have the money to do it. And that takes away from it. It's called Jeepers Creepers. Show me the creeper. Show me what the creeper does. Don't just show me him stabbing someone and then we're just led to assume all this other stuff happens. We're led to assume that his face can do all this fucking crazy shit. We're led to assume he eats these body parts. No, because we've already seen it in the previous 2 movies. So if you don't have the money to do that, then don't make the movie at all, because we want to see it. That is a huge part of the character. I want to see him flying around. You know, I want to see these pursuits where he's in the air chasing people, running through the fields and shit, just like in the second one, just like in the first one. You don't get it. You don't get it because they couldn't afford it. But again, as I said in my previous video, it's not even the money that's the biggest problem for me. I mean, that was definitely a big problem, but a huge problem is also just it's these like I said, the jumping from time to time, the timelines. Oh, we're gonna jump 23 years prior. Then we're gonna jump to modern day. Then we're gonna jump back to 23 years prior to show you something else. Then back to modern day. Then we're gonna jump 23 years later, right at the end. It's like, I get it, they're flashbacks and it's foreshadowing and all that, but you're jumping from decade to decade to decade to decade. That was annoying. So many of the characters are one-dimensional. That was annoying. You know, it's stuff like that. So I know I rambled and ranted a lot, but you guys wanted to know, you know, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to see this movie in theaters, so they want to wait. They're going to have to wait until Blu-ray. So I want to give the people that want to know, I want to tell them. I want them to know what to expect, and that's what you can expect. A very, 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 very subpar Jeepers Creepers movie. But sets up a promising fourth one if it's revolved around Trish. Thanks, guys.